Come on in, my friends. Come on in. I'm getting ready to work on a project. So I am finishing up a project that I started some time ago, but I haven't quite finished because the yarn is kind of heavy and thick. But if you don't know who I am, I'm Deborah. I'm the hands behind Taylor's Yarn Creations. And I'm here tonight to talk to you about what happened at this last event on Saturday, and also to share with you, this is my project I'm working on. It's a really beautiful fuchsia pink, but I'm working on this. It's taking a long time because the yarn is really hard on the hands, and I will not be with you long. But I thought I'd get on and just share a few things and talk a little bit, and then I'm gonna pop off for this here computer. So as I work through this project, I will be sharing with you some things that I discovered at this most recent event. I like to go to this one particular festival because I like the people. I like how organized they are. I like the food was like meh, but I like the organization, how organized they are, and how efficient they are. People are really nice. The host people are really nice. But this year was a little bit different because the young little girl next to me, we are allowed the opportunity to get the same space that we had last year if we request it and if we register early. So I secured my same spot, and I had a young girl that was next to me. She worked on jewelry last year, and it was her first time being there, and I had been there a couple years now. But this year, she brings her cousin, and they share a booth. But the cousin is not making jewelry, she's making crochet items right next to me. So I didn't know if the host did it or not, but I just went on and did my thing because she had like a lot of plushies and I had a variety of things, which I probably need to work on. Uh, Choose something and become specialize in that. But anyway, Friday I did pretty good. Saturday was a little bit slow, awkward, but I had a chance to talk to the host, and I found out that she didn't know that the girl next to me was bringing her cousin with crochet items, because she said she would have never put us both together, which I believe her because there was another crochet person. And she was way in the back. You couldn't even see her. And then she walked back there. And I'm trying to think how many, it was some other crochet people, but she didn't have us all together. There was a lady, she had pumpkins. I saw her pumpkins. But I always do really well with my pumpkins for some reason. They always almost sell out. And of course, my favorite lady, she was there. And I created her a little pink pumpkin that I'll put on Instagram in the near future. But anyway, that was a little bit frustrating because you're sitting there and these young girls, they have no etiquette, vendor etiquette whatsoever. Meaning, if somebody's in my booth talking to me, don't try to lure them to your table. If the people want to come, they'll come. And don't send your people over there trying to see what my pricing is like and what I'm making. And don't send your people to take pictures, no photos, to try to duplicate it next year. Well, anyway, that was a little bit odd. Wasn't too happy, but I got through it. And I made a statement that next year I don't want to be there. between her and there was another girl on the other side. She's pretty nice and everything, but the one young girl kept running back over to her, and it was like too much drama and confusion for me. And I'm trying to enjoy the festival, make a few dollars while I'm there. But like I say, it wasn't terrible. But Friday was better than Saturday, which is normally the opposite. Normally it's Friday is slow and Saturday does well. But Saturday we had some guy who got up and he made some type of announcement that nobody can hear. And before you know it, at 3:15, 3:30, people were packing up. And the event was till 4:00. And I'm thinking, they're like, we need to get set up for the next thing. So we need to have everybody out. And I'm thinking we had to be out by 4. And I guess people were thinking we had to be out by 4. But we were there, scheduled to be there till 4. So there were customers that were coming in. And it was it was awkward. It was awkward. I'm like, is this a sign that I need to not come back? I don't know. So we'll see next year if I go back or not, and what booths I can get. Because she was like, if you just walk around and tell me where you like to be, and next year I can put you in that spot. So I'm not really sure, but who knows? Maybe in the next year I can say, look, is there any way I can come to visit and let you point out where I would like to be? Or can you send me a map and I'll show you where I like to be? But she was really nice, very apologetic, even with the guy that got up and made the announcement. She said in the future, only her and another host will be the ones that's making the announcement, because nobody can hear, and they probably must misunderstood what he said. But when people started walking in, maybe about 3:15, 3:30, I'm sure they were shocked that everybody was packing up. They were probably like, what is going on? But while I was there, I felt like I should put a little, like Charlie Brown had the little counseling thing, 5 cents. I felt like I was a counselor, because people would walk into my booth and they would just share their life story. Like, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a licensed therapist, nor do I want to be after this. But that was that event. And so now I'm going to prepare in the next few weeks. There's another one coming up in November. So I can finish sending out, finish the pumpkins that I didn't sell, which it wasn't that many. I can take that with me to the next event and probably twist my hat. They like my hat. Of course, I had to wear my hat and my earrings to the event. But they said I could probably take that, since it won't quite be Thanksgiving, but it'll be close to it. So maybe there was some more pumpkins. I'll be doing a couple more pumpkins. I'll probably focus on items that was probably different from what I had in the last event. I'm thinking about trying to recreate some of the setup to be more efficient with that. I did up some prices on some of the hats I had. I have some ideas that I want to do for this next event that I'm excited about, but the next one is going to be really long, because while this last one was like, we need you out, this one is saying, if you leave early, don't come back, baby. Don't come back. So, and they say, let's see, this one was supposed to be 9 to 4, and Friday was kind of a little bit longer of a day, but this one is like long on both Friday, Saturday. I think they try to be out by Sunday. So we'll see. And I'm not sure about if I'll return to this next one, because I've always paid for these tables. And then when they mail the stuff to me, it says 0 tables. And I get tired of fighting for my tables. But I did email her. She said, we'll make sure your tables are there. I'm like, yeah, but I shouldn't have to keep fighting for them. Anyway, this is a really easy beginner friendly stitch. And what you do is once you finish it, you fold it, and this it's going to be the width of the purse is going to be really wide and really thick and strong and heavy. And then I'll do the handles, and I'm not going to do a snap to this. It'll just have to be open, but it's a cute little purse. Let me see I'll tell you where's my measuring tape. So one side is about 8 inches, so 16 inches long. But if you fold it in half, it's about an 8-inch purse, and it's really cute. It's just taking longer than what I want because I have a lot of rows, and like I say, if it was regular yarn, it probably would work up really, really, really fast. But this yarn right here is a lot stronger. It's almost like, I guess it's macrame yarn, but it's not macrame yarn. I don't have the packaging for it. But yeah, 6, 8, 10, 16, 18, 20, 22. I have 22 rows, and I need to keep going. So that's what I'm working on right now. A cute little purse, really simple stitches. And I'm going to probably do one more row, and then I'm popping off of here. I'm going to pop off, see if I can find Amazon says I bought 2. I need to see if I can find a second one. It's up here. And if not, I'm going to have to buy another one so I can finish this. But I don't have to buy it right away. So let's say I'm going to do one more row. I'm going to pop off of here, trying to find this stuff. I'm going down. Today I've been it's been a beautiful day, but I've been kind of like not wanting to do too much. I don't know why. Maybe it's the weather. But it was a beautiful day. All these outages. Oh, so I want to tell you about the vending. Now that I've finished venting, here's some things that happened. On my first sale, this lady wanted a lot of things. And when I went to do my square reader, there's no internet connection. I didn't have any problems last year, but this year I did. And she was like, well, since it's before the event, I may have some cash in my car. So fortunately, she went to her car and was able to get the cash for it. And I gave her a little extra little bear that I had made. And she told me to keep the change because it's $20 she gave me. Because I had given her the bear. Isn't that nice? That's really, really nice. And I was grateful she had that. But I noticed I could not connect to the internet at the place, the facility, and they were having problems. And I don't know if it had something to do with that Amazon thing or what, but it was really strange on Saturday. Maybe it was a precursor. I don't know. Hi, Sammy. I'm not going to be on here too long. So I don't know if it was that or not. But one of the recommendations I would recommend if you go to an event is to have multiple payment systems. Fortunately, on my phone, I have the Square reader. Square is on my phone, and I have the little tiny reader. Some people requested Venmo. I have it, but I haven't connected to my bank just yet. So I have Cash App. Somebody did Cash App, and fortunately, I hadn't used it in so long. It had went into like I guess some type of safe mode or whatever. So having multiple payment systems is good when people don't have cash. You know, you need to have as much as you can to help that customer and get paid. You know, because my phone was working, but their internet was not. So and my machine was a wireless, so I couldn't figure out how to connect it to my phone. So I'm like, who are we gonna go? We're gonna get through this day. Second one is avoid trying to have somebody. If somebody's doing crochet items like you are, the best thing you can do is to request to be moved. If you have time, you know, if they're not going to move that person and that person doesn't look like they're going to move, if they can find you a better spot, go ahead and do that, because it just keeps down a lot of confusion. And who needs that type of competition when you're already stressed trying to just make a sale? And my third tip would be to listen to the customers. Your customers will tell you sometimes what they want. Sometimes they will give you ideas of what to do in the future. I redid this pillow. I don't have it near. Some of that stuff is packed for the next event that's coming up. But I redid this one pumpkin because it didn't really seem like it was drawing anybody in. But this year, I could tell people were touching it. So I know it's eventually going to sell. So just hold on to your items, try to keep it clean and everything, because every customer has their particular item that they're drawn to. Like, for example, I had created an eclipse. It was like one side was the sun and flip it, and the other side was like the moon. And that was done in honor of the eclipse, and it was a keychain. And this lady picked it up. She said, "Oh, I think this is so cute." And I said, "Well, that's the eclipse." She said, "Oh, okay." She said, "I actually had a chance to go to see the eclipse." I guess she went over to Arkansas. So every customer has their own item. And let's see, what else can I think of that was there? Always bring you some water. Always bring you some snacks. Bring your breakfast just in case you can't, their food doesn't appeal to you, which sometimes it doesn't. Even though I had someone that was next to me with the crochet items, not being, just trying to, I don't know, not get too frustrated by anything, because some things are out of your control. Let's see what else. Things are just changing. I was like, things are really changing. And I think another reason why Saturday may not have been as busy as times past is because also in Millington, there was another event that took place on Saturday. And so I think there was a competition of other vendors and other events that were opening up on that Saturday. So that can be another thing. Let's see, I'm counting. Let's see. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. So that's some of the things that I experienced. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I'm working on my display, trying to make sure that my signage, my signage was pretty decent. I think I can do a little bit better. My inventory, I can do a little bit better, because once again, even though I didn't have to retag anything, just trying to write down everything that I was bringing became overwhelming. So that is one thing. So my best sellers was pumpkin and chickens. People like the chickens, and the other vendors didn't have chickens. So that was a good thing. And just me trying to find out what my niche is. People like crochet hats better than the knitted hats. But sometimes if it's too warm, and depending on what type of hat it is, they may want it, they may not. So this is what I'm working on. And I've only got a few stitches in because I'm running my mouth. But, and this, like I said, this is a basic stitch, doing back loop stitches, single crochet stitches, back loop only. So I am excited about this next one. I don't think I have the same spot, but that's okay. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to try to create some exciting projects and products for the next one. Doing good, Sammy. What about you? today was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Running my mouth. Trying to stay consistent. That's good. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. I think it was about 11 o'clock. It was 65 degrees. It was still kind of cold. I had to put on a sweater. But once I put on that sweater, it felt really nice. The sun was shining. I've been looking at, I need to go back to the Walgreens with the little Halloween stuff in it and get some pictures. They're putting up Christmas stuff now. Thanks. I saw lots of Thanksgiving. I went to Hobby Lobby today. And they had Thanksgiving. They had like 3 or 4 aisles of Thanksgiving items. And they start pushing the Christmas toward the back. So they're gearing up for the next holidays. They're not ready to kick Halloween to the curb. We don't have any kids in the neighborhood, so we won't be having any trick-or-treaters, and I don't normally pass out candy anyway. There's a church across the street, not too far, around the corner, and down the street and around the road. They tend to do this trunk or treat or something, so it's probably a safer way, I guess, of celebrating Halloween. I think there's a street not too far. They have all kinds. Every year they decorate the whole blocks of people just decorating. The kids go and do their Halloween. I try to avoid that area because they have police. The street is blocked. It's tight. You might be sitting in traffic as they trying to turn down the streets. The whole neighborhood, I guess it's something they've been doing every year. And all the neighbors participate and they get candy and they decorate their yards. Too much stuff going on for me. So, this, like I say, I'm gonna finish this row, and that away I'm gonna go. Finish this row, and away I'm gonna go. Finish this row, and away I'm gonna go. I'm going to go bye-bye. Lot of stuff is happening. Lots of stuff is happening. So, like I say, this yarn is really hard on the hand, so it takes a long time, a lot longer to do the row. It's like 3 millimeter. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. I wish you could see the lighting of it. Like macrame type yarn. It's going to be really gorgeous purse. I'm not sure the pricing on it just yet, but it's taking a long time. It's hard on the hand, so I only do like a row or 2, and then I a day. Let's see, today I might have done 4 rows, so it's taking a lot longer. I'm going to try a different type of yarn, and maybe not this brand, just to see if I can go faster. Because I want to do, at least for this next event, I want to at least have 2 or 3 of these ready. But we'll see. I think, yeah. I'm going to try that. Try a different yarn. I might try to do either brown or cream color one. We'll see. We'll see what kind of yarn I got in there. But this yarn, like I say, it hurts. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, it's tight yarn. It's like taking a rope or something and trying to figure out how to crochet a rope. But this yarn is the kind where I have this end right here. Once I weave it in, you have to burn the ends because of the type of material it is. So that is it. And that is all that I have for you guys on tonight. I will probably be, I'm not sure how often I'll be going live because I have so much stuff I need to do. I feel like while I love going live, I probably can do better, maybe sharing more tutorials. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes, Sammy. And but I will try to be consistent, at least posting something once a week. We'll see how it goes. But this is my little purse that I'm working on. And next time, turn your notifications so you know the next time I upload a video. Bye.